everybody, Ollamh here, and welcome back to Sierra Saturday and the Dagger of Amon Raw. So last time, up to now, we've found the first murder victim. We found out Miss Yvette and Miss Miklos. Yvette has a problem. We also found a big bone. Found out that dinosaur there talks. If I remember right, there was something here that... Yeah, that's
it's
right.
Dr. Pippin Carter, famous dead archaeologist.
We have a very suspicious happening there. Why is that X'd out? That's concerning, to say the least. Okay. Now it's back. Why is that? That's weird. But okay. So we've listened in on Miss Yvette and Miss Miklos. Now we have other things to listen to and find. That's Yvette's office. So what's around the corner here? A very suspicious, what?
Heavy stone mason.
Yeah, that Dr. Carter just walked out of. What is going on here? Ha 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 ha. What is this?
The bottle says Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Good evening, Miss Bow.
Oh, you startled me.
Good. It gets the blood flowing, doesn't it?
It's a bit rude.
Well, I suppose so.
I see we're looking at my snake oil.
Well, I was just looking around.
I'm sure you meant no harm.
What's the snake oil for, anyway?
It repels snakes, of course. Comes in handy when I'm working in the basement. I lost a load of Egyptian cobras down there a few weeks ago, and I occasionally come across one of those little darlings.
Right.
Those snakes always want to bite me, but I'm sure they don't mean anything by it. It's just their way. They get nervous very easily, you know. Normally, I love to watch them kill things. My Barney will kill anything he can sink his teeth into.
Charming.
Well, I'd like to chat some more, but I've got to rush off and meet that young Steve fellow. He promised to show me his scars.
Yeah, she's got
See
a
you
really
later.
weird sense about her. What is this?
A number of hieroglyphics are carefully...
Okay. What's under the...
It's half of the famed Rosetta Stone.
Right.
While this is an...
Okay. So we've got the other half of the Rosetta Stone there. Hello, why is that up? That's curious. Huh. And now it's back down. Okay, so we've got... What is that? A piece of paper?
You pick it up and
What is
it's
it?
used carbon paper.
Ah. Can we hold it up to the light and see what it says?
Backlit, you can read the words typed into the carbon paper. Ernie, Big Al called to see if you could do some fencing for him next week. He says he'll make it worth your while to do a fast fencing job.
Okay, so Ernie does fencing, does fencing as well. Now, is it like sword fencing or like putting up fences?
You hear muffled.
Okay, so muffled voices
You'll have
from
to take a
Yvette.
close. Come a little closer, Monsieur Najir. I am wanting to show you something.
And what would that be, Miss Delacroix?
Look at the palm of my hand.
It is a lovely palm, to be sure. But what am I supposed to see?
You see this line, monsieur? It is my love line.
My goodness, Miss Delacroix. It goes all the way up your arm and disappears up your sleeve.
Would you like to see where it ends up, Ramses? Have you ever been to Paris, Ramses?
No, I can't say I ever have.
Then you have never seen the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Well, by all means, let me show you.
Miss Delacroix, please. I'm a married man. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Have you forgotten who let you into the museum, Ramses? Have you forgotten who showed you the secret room for your little ceremonies? You haven't, have you?
No, I haven't, but...
Then you will let me give you the grand tour of the tower, no?
We'll have to go somewhere else. I don't feel safe here.
Lead the way, monsieur.
Well, now,
Don't touch it.
now that's
You'll
interesting.
have to take a...
Okay, fine. What is this? Phone list.
Phone numbers. T. Dargan, WP 5125. R. Williams,
Tribune.
BL 4468. I did it, SH 0244. Be safe, KL 0527. U Hoser
0527. I bet you that.
2077. N Yet
0527.
KL 4004. E Leach BR 1833.
Bet you that's a combination to a safe.
Countess and Ziggy at 1 a.m. Medieval armor display.
Okay.
A handsome first editions of first looks. Look. Numerous hefty looks. The don't touch. Don't. First edition
I know there's
looks. Looks. Look.
a book.
Look. First,
Aha. Okay. I was just saying, I know there's a book that we need to
a
look
large
at.
format illustrated version of Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky.
Huh. Curious.
You pick it up.
A police file.
By reading a few lines from the book, you gather that the theme of this book is that man pays for his crimes against men by suffering for those crimes. It's amazing how much meaning you can get from a few well-chosen words.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the police file?
You read a police report on the criminal career of one Watney Little, conman extraordinaire. The file contains an amazing list of offenses, mostly fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and various degrees of larceny. Glancing at the top of the page, you noticed that the investigations were conducted by Scotland Yard. You also noticed that the last entry describes Little's recent escape from Dartmoor Prison. Clipped to the outside of the folder is a small handwritten note that reads simply, "Remember our deal." Apparently this file was provided in exchange for somebody's silence or service.
Huh. Curious?
Lock.
So there's...
Don't touch. Don't.
Right, behind a picture, of course. Safe. Uh-huh. So, we want, 0, 5, 2, 7. Yep.
It feels... It's the personal diary of former museum president Sterling Waldorf Carlton.
Huh.
Not wanting to remove evidence from the crime scene, particularly when you must have broken some sort of law by opening the president's personal wall safe, you decide not to remove the diary.
Can I at least see what's in it?
Not...
I just want to read it.
It's the...
That's all.
It feels...
Can we not close the safe? Okay. But at least now we have an idea of who it was that killed, the very first murder that we saw in the intro was, quite possibly the head of the museum. Okay, so that was a big, heavy moving... Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's a burnt-out light bulb. Too bad, since this stairwell could... Oh dear, the light...
So we can go down. Except for she goes back up the stairs and just like swan dives off. Swan dive. Nice.
Heavy...
Okay, so that light bulb burnt out, but we do know where there is a light bulb that is still
you hear
good.
Muffled voice.
Oh, come on, really? You couldn't have told me about the muffled voices before I opened the door?
Oh,
Here now.
Okay, so if we come back here...
You hear muffled voices...
Well, lass, we've known each other a long time, and I'm not ready to get married yet. But I know one thing for sure. I love you.
oh, my great detective, this feeling, it is mutual.
Just be keeping in mind that I'd have to kill you if I ever found out you were sleeping with someone else.
What?
Really?
Oh, you are to be making the little joke, no? Your sense of humor, it is magnifique.
I've already had one bad marriage, and it won't happen again. It's been a long time since I've been able to trust anyone as much as I trust you.
This is very flattering, my love. I am never to be knowing someone like you either. You are so good and so kind.
Well, I try, lass. I try. It's not easy being a cop in this town. The place is lousy with criminals, even in the police force.
Oh no, how terrible.
Sure, and it's a hard thing when a cop goes bad. I've seen it happen. A cop spends years fighting crime and watching the hoods get rich while he risks his life to make just a few bucks. The first time a cop takes a bribe, it bothers him. Oh, but then it gets easier.
You are such a strong man, my Ryan. You would never be accepting the payoff, no?
Sure, and I'm shocked that you'd even say such a thing, Yvette.
I'm sorry, my love. I should have known better.
You'll have to show me how sorry you are. Kiss me.
Gladly, my love. How can I resist?
Right. So Yvette is sleeping around, but is but has the police detective convinced that they are a good, solid, sound couple. That's it empty? No, they're still at it. Jeez. Excuse me, guys, but I really could use that that light bulb from the desk lamp.
Oh, excuse me.
Here now.
This door.
Okay, fine. Ugh. That is just irritating because it's like now they're like, oh yeah, it's like all locked up now.
A typical light-hearted painting by anonymous Bosch called A Heartwarming Story, depicting dead humans being tormented by skeletons and demons in hell.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
One of the skeletons in the Bosch painting appears to be holding an object that glints in the light. The glint doesn't... This skeleton key is inscribed with eerily articulated markings, the weird orthography of a long-dead tongue. It offers no clue as to what it unlocks. Pandora's box, perhaps? Jeepers! The shiny key on the painting even feels real.
It is real!
Because it is. Although you have a natural attraction to shiny objects, this one is firmly attached to the painting and obviously can't be removed by hand.
That would figure, of course. So, alright. Alright, Yvette's out and moving around, which means her office should be empty now. So if we look here... No, Laura. Stop. Oh. I know we need to pick up that light bulb.
You put your hand in the fireplace. You remember when you were a little girl and used to burn your fingernails off. Unfortunately, except for this little trip down memory lane, you hear muffled voices.
Good grief, more?
Oh, Dr. Smith, I appreciate your help so much.
Well, I don't particularly appreciate giving it. I have things to do, Miss Delacroix. Important things.
But surely you can spare the time to help me move my desk, no?
Oh, I suppose. Why do you want to move it anyway?
Oh, there is a terrible stain on the rug. I don't want it to show. We don't have to move the desk very far.
All right. Oh, it's heavy. Oh!
Oh, I am so sorry. Did you hurt yourself?
Yes. Oh no, I'm bleeding. You owe me one, miss.
But of course, Mr. Smith. I'll do anything you say. Anything. Didn't I let you in when you asked? Didn't I keep your secret?
Yes, I suppose you did. And I'm sorry about bleeding on your carpet. At least it'll blend in with the old stain. What is that anyway?
Oh, it is only strawberry jam.
Sure.
I'm sure I don't want to know, Yvette.
Probably not, Dr. Smith. Now, let's go to your place.
All right. The only other thing that I can think of with this light is if we look at it with a magnifying glass. Yes.
You pick it up and play.
All right. Cool. So yeah, there was strawberry jam, and he cut himself
paper
on
cutter.
something. All right, we are gonna save because that is all the time we have for today. Next week, we're going to go down into the basement and see what's down there. I know there's a lot of stuff down there. I know we need to find a piece of coal, and that's what we need for, like Pippin's notebook and stuff like that. But yeah, there's so much stuff here, and it's kind of tricky because some of it is, you know, if you come across something like listening to that where, you know, Dr. Smith cuts himself, that will advance time, and if you advance time too quickly, you can get into a position where it's a no-win situation, so we have to be careful. As always, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to press the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy
Cheerio!
and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though we
Characters.
got no money,
They aren't
we
just
sure as hell
crewmates,
manage.
they
Everything's
are
better with
actual
them, we're just
friends
like
who are comfortable having strange talks while sitting around late at night and find signs of a struggle and Marie gone. To further corroborate their thought, there is a hit list naming people Baines intends to take revenge on,